Hi, this is a review, or an overview, of the Witch's Tool series books. Each book is really a standalone, but they're a series also. So I mean, if you just need or want one book, you can get one book and it is no big deal. But if you want to collect all of them, that's really easy to do because these are cheap little books that are nice quality, nice paper, nice and thick with lots of stuff inside. They all have the same format because they are a series, but they don't all have the same authors. They have different authors. There's The Witch's Broom, The Craft, Lore, and Magic of Broomsticks, and they all are the craft, lore, and magic of whatever tool each book is focusing on. The Witch's Wand, The Witch's Athame, The Witch's Mirror, The Witch's Book of Shadows, The Witch's Cauldron, and The Witch's Altar. And these are really nice books. They go through the history. Like, I am a history person, and I like to know all little facts and trivia and things like that. And they go through all that. And they also go through everything about the broom and how you use it in traditional witchcraft and how you would use it as a practitioner of Wicca today. And so they're all really useful. What I like about these books is if you're a beginner, you can look through these and see exactly what's going on. They're really informative. They really get you going in the right direction. You don't need to know anything beforehand to start reading them and get the gist of everything that they're talking about. But also, I mean, if you've been in it a while and you think you know everything, they really do have information that I bet you haven't heard before. And I love the size of these books. They're really easy to handle. And they have a lot of information. They're all between 250 and 300 pages. And I also like the covers. They look very official, kind of old-fashioned. Some of these, if you've been getting these books as they've come out, the first book, which is Witch's Broom, first came out in 2014, I think. And for whatever reason, for a while they were printing these with different covers. The covers were like, there were illustrations, but not even good illustrations. And I don't want to be insulting to whoever made them. I'm sure they made them according to whatever direction they were given, but they were very cartoonish, and they looked more like they were something for kids' Saturday morning cartoons. And I was like, I did not care for them, because these are serious subjects in here with real information. And the cover looked like, you know, like a third grader activity book or something. I just really did not care for them. But they're all back to the original covers, which I think are pretty. I think they're beautiful. I like them this way. I like that they're, you know, a little old-fashioned. They look a little textbooky, that's kind of what they are. Little textbooks for witchcraft. And there's some illustrations. When they need to, which is the one that really relies on illustrations. This one, the Book of Shadows. They really do a good job of like showing exactly what they're talking about. If an illustration is needed, they put it in they don't make you guess. They don't just describe it and you have to use your imagination. They show you. And it's really helpful. And I really think it's really good. Without talking down to you, they show you exactly what you need to know. They don't assume you're an idiot, but they do go from the very ground floor, assuming that you are starting and you don't know. And so if you're thinking, well, you know, I've been around the block a few times, you can still get something out of this. Because each book is just for one tool. A whole book of mirror, which is mirror. Everything from the history of it, every little fact, how you would use it. It's really cool. The Witch's Athame, which tells you exactly, you know, what you'd be looking for in an athame, a ceremonial blade. I mean, it is really nice, very helpful. Witch's Wand. And they're good gifts for a new practitioner. If you know somebody who's just getting into it and you want to help them out a little bit with, you know, they're little and fun. They're not some big heavy, boom, here you go, learn this. They're little, but they contain a lot of information. I just really, really like these. And like I said, they're a series, so you can collect each one. I've got each one. But you could also just be, well, I would really like to know more about the altar. Because the witch's altar, you know, that's something, you know, you use all the time if you're into it, if you're into this. And, you know, so you might not be... Witch's Broom, very interesting, really great book. But it might not come in handy as much as something like the altar. Because if you go through here, they will... I hope I can get to the right pages to show you. But there'll be the Samhain altar, the Astera altar. I mean, just everything you can think of. Summer altar, say... Winter altar, autumn altar. I mean, it just gets really down to the basics. And it's something you can just, you know, that you might not need to have all the time, but then if you do need to, you can be, take this off the shelf, look it up, and then you know it. So, yeah, I really like these little books. And I carry them all in my store. Like I said, they're all between 250 to 300 pages long. Each one focuses on the one thing. So when you put them all together, this is a lot of information. A lot of information. And I'm going to leave the links to these in my store. Like I said, you don't have to collect them all. I do, because I really like them. I like their cover art. I like the way they're focused on one subject. I think they're, I don't want to say cute, but I do think they're cute. That's kind of what I didn't like about when they used the illustrations, was it was cutesy. But I do like them. They looked old-fashioned, but yet, you know, they're nice, small size. And so I'm going to leave the link to all the listings for these in the description if you'd like to get them. And yeah, you can get them all. If you collect most of them or have been collecting them the whole time, the latest one is The Witch's Altar. I don't know if, as collectors, if you have the very latest yet, but it's good. It's just as good as the others. The one before that was The Witch's Cauldron. This is the order they went in. Witch's Broom, Witch's Wand, Witch's Anathema, Witch's Mirror, Witch's Book of Shadows, Witch's Cauldron, and Witch's Altar. Or if you got most of them but you're missing some, I got them all. So I can hook you up with whichever books you're missing. Or if you don't really care about this series, you're not really a collector of books or anything like that, you can just be, you know, I don't know anything about Witch's Cauldron, and I would like to know. You know, you could just order one single one on its own. They're standalone. You don't need to own them all. So, okay, like I said, I'll leave the links in the description below if you'd like those. And I hope you found this helpful. And thank you so much for watching my video.